This is my 1850 point Imperial Guard army. We have 2 Vendetta gunships, 3 Medusa tanks, each one an individual heavy choice. Here's my command squad with 2 bodyguards and an astropath. This list is very important that I get my reserves in where I want them to be. We've got 2 veteran squads in chimeras with 2 melta guns, heavy flamer each, and the sergeants have plasma pistols. This guy here is Al-Rahim. Yes, he's come from the desert to the Arctic ways to help the Imperial Guard today. Then he's got 2 other troop choices that are both mounted in chimeras with him, each with a melta gun, plasma pistol. And then here I have a special weapons platoon with 3 flamers in it, and they're going to be mounted in one of these guys here at the beginning of the game. That is my army.
It's led by Caldor Drago, a Grey Knight Librarian with the Force Stave, a unit of Paladins. One is an Apothecary, one with the Halberd and one with the Greatsword. A Venerable Dreadnought with a Psi Cannon, and a unit of Grey Knights with Falchions, one with a Psi Cannon and Halberd. The Storm Raven with twin-linked assault cannons, the Typhoon Missile Launcher, and the Hurricane Bolter side sponsons. Another unit of Grey Knights with halberds and swords, as well as a Psi Cannon in the back and a Demon Hammer for the Justicar. A Grey Knight Dread Knight with a heavy Psi Cannon and a great sword, and a personal teleporter.
The ATC mission has 3 primary objectives, and each primary objective is what would normally be the primary objective for individual 40k games. We've combined several missions into one mission to try to get the best overall feel for 40k as we can, and be able to keep each round pretty simple so you know what game you're playing every round. We use different deployment zones on every mission as well. Each deployment zone, the 3 different deployment zones, will be used twice throughout the ATC. So real quick, I will just go over that the first primary objective is the Emperor's Will. Whoever controls more of these at the end of the game gets 1 primary objective. The second objective is the Crusade objectives. There are 4 of these automatically in the ATC mission. Whoever controls the most of these wins this primary objective. And then you have kill points, which is pretty standard. Whoever gets the most kill points wins that primary objective. So those objectives are worth 8 points apiece. Then you have Slay the Warlord, Line Breaker, and First Blood, which is worth 2 points apiece. So your total score could be 30 points in the overall mission. In our battle reports, we use different colored arrow markers to represent what has taken place. So while we are moving around the battlefield, you can get a look and feel for exactly what went on that turn. The red arrow represents where something has fired. The X means that something took wounds. The green arrow means something moved. The blue arrow is to mark extra types of movement, like if something moves flat out, or if something moves during the assault phase as a special move there. The orange arrow represents if something is falling back, and the yellow arrow represents someone who is charging or assaulting during that phase. Okay, this is the table before we start deploying. The setup, the deployment for this mission is Vanguard Strike, and we are playing the variation where fast attack choices are also scoring units, so our flyers will be able to score in this mission. Here is the table once we have deployed, and once all the objectives have been placed, we went ahead and did all this to keep you guys from the boring details. Crusade objectives are placed here, 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 And here. I placed my Emperor's Will objective here. Larry placed his Emperor's Will objective here. Using the grand strategy rules, this unit of Grey Knights has the Scout Special rule. There's his command. And also using the grand strategy rule, this guy counts as a scoring unit for purposes of counting scoring units in this game. So there's Larry's deployment. My deployment's over here. All my guys are in their tanks. I hope they stay in their tanks. Got my Medusas lined up, hopefully to blow some stuff up. That's what the game board, and that's what the table looks like before the game begins. Hey, Larry's going to try to seize the initiative. Almost. I was trying to shoot his command squad with this Medusa, but I scattered off. Alright, this Medusa was going to try to shoot this guy here, and again, a very large scatter result. This Medusa taking a shot, and I actually only scattered a couple of inches, so I still get him. Tried to back up just a little bit so that I've moved, so if he ends up in close combat with me, I've at least moved. I shot a bunch of stuff over at this guy. I got through with one of the Medusas, but he made his invul save against that, and that's pretty much it. Not a very eventful first turn for me. During Larry's first turn, he's going to do the shunt move with the Grey Knight here. Okay, so in an attempt here he's hoping to scatter and get both of my tanks. The Dreadnought is firing. Go ahead. And he scatters the other way. But he may end up getting my command. Did you get my command tank?
I don't know.
This is the end of Larry's second turn. Even though he ended up getting a hit on both of these guys, he was not able to get any penetrating hits on them or even a glancing hit. So this was what took place in Larry's second turn. These guys moved up and ran on in a little bit further. And these guys just stayed where they were at. This is kind of my mid shooting phase here. I have shot everything at this knight here, and I've caused 3 wounds on him. We'll get to who did what later, but what I'm about to do now is to drop ordnance directly on him and hope it doesn't scatter on all my guys. So I'm going to start with the Bastion Breacher shell because it's not quite as big. Let's see what happens. Oh, it's coming back on me.
Oh, that's awesome.
So 8 inches, Rob. Alright, we missed. Alright. Okay, the next shot's from this Medusa. I know this guy. Let's see what happens. These guys can't hit anything. Except themselves. Alright, so I actually do hit my own tank with that. So my entire army, save one Medusa, fired at this guy, causing 3 wounds on him. I actually didn't kill my own tank. I made a little save there. But this Medusa actually caused a wound over here. Caused 4, but he saved 3 of them. He put a storm shield up and bounced the shell off the storm shield, I guess. But some of the explosion caught him. This is Shane's turn 2. Larry's second turn, his Storm Raven came on. Took some shots at my Vendetta. Really good shots. Took it out of the air, destroying it. I actually had 3 guardsmen survive in the blast. 3 died, 3 lived. They are now been upgraded to veterans, we have decided. Over here, the Dreadnought took some shots, hit both tanks with the blast template, immobilized my command tank, caused a hull point on this Medusa. Okay, here we go. Alright, so he is assaulting the Medusa.
3 hits.
3 hits.
110. 3 pins.
3 pins. Alright, roll to see what they do. There we go. The Dreadnought destroyed this tank, and Larry also scored first blood this turn by taking down my Vendetta. Once again, I have wounded Larry's Dreadnought twice with the plasma and a melta. Here's his saves. Oh, I killed him finally. Still need one of them though. The Dreadnought has died. Okay, so my command squad could not kill him here. But this vet squad is the one that actually got rid of the Dreadnought. Tried to get rid of the Storm Raven. Didn't do any good there. This Medusa caused a wound on this guy here. The Medusa from here killed the Apothecary. So I'm whittling that unit down a little bit. Came on from this side of the table. Tried to kill somebody over here. Again, Larry making some awesome saves. 4 up cover saves in there from Melta and Plasma. No one died. So this is the end of my 3rd turn.
So was it Nessians or Scourge? Oh, I didn't look. Hold this. It's Scourge or Skull L that you pulled.
Larry's turn 3. These guys got out of the Storm Raven. He took some shots over here at this Chimera. Took a hull point off of it. The glancing hit. The Storm Raven fired a lot upon this Medusa. Ended up taking 2 hull points and stunning it. Over on this flank, the Grey Knights advanced a little bit. Took 2 hull points off of Al Rahim's tank and destroyed the weapon. And then a glancing hit. And that is Larry's turn 3. Larry's going to assault my heavy flamers here. I'm going to roll my Overwatch. That's 6 hits from the heavy flamers. And Larry lost his Justicar on the way in from flamer fire. The Grey Knights assaulted here during Larry's turn. Obviously, they made short work of those 3 flamer guys. But we did kill one on the charge in. And the Grey Knights assaulted Al Rahim's command tank. They just did a couple of glancing hits, but it was enough to wreck it. My guys got out. Al Rahim's leadership of 9 kept them from being pinned. And that is the end of Larry's 3rd turn. Alright, this is during my 4th turn during the shooting phase. I just wanted to kind of show how many flamer shots are about to go down here. A heavy flamer, a regular flamer, a regular flamer, a heavy flamer, and a heavy flamer. So we're going to see how that all turns out. Okay, so I caused 7 wounds with flamers and 1 wound with the melta gun. Or I'm sorry, 1 wound with the plasma pistol from Al Rahim over here on these guys. That's just from Al Rahim's squad. So Larry, go ahead and make the invul first.
Nope.
All right.
He's just a card.
Sure. Alright. Got the Justicar. Oh, no, got the guy before the Justicar.
Yes.
Justicar's still alive. Alright, now I have a couple of chimeras to bring down upon them. From this tank right here, we're taking some Melta and plasma and a flashlight wound. So go with the Melta first. No, got it. Plasma. Oh, killed him. Alright, so I was able to wipe out this squad here. Now, this is Shane's turn 4. Took some shots with just about everything into that Grey Knight unit. Killed, what, 3 guys there?
Yes.
3 guys in that Grey Knight unit. Larry also continued to save those crazy invul saves against Melta and Plasma here on these 2 guys. He has made more 5 and 6 up dice rolls than I've seen in a long time. Took a whole point off the Dreadnought with my Vendetta. And then again over here, all these tanks came down and together wiped out that unit of Grey Knights. And that is my turn 4. I will not be assaulting. Your 4th turn. Larry's 4th turn. The Storm Talon destroyed the Medusa over here. The Dreadnought destroyed a Chimera and killed 7 of the guardsmen inside of it. This guy took a long shot with his Psy Cannon. Took a whole point off of that Medusa. And this is the table at the end of Larry's 4th turn. And that was Larry's assault phase. He did not make it, and I destroyed a heavy flamer on the Overwatch. 5th turn. Alright, so 5th turn, I'm going to take a shot with this Medusa and try to kill these guys. It's one of his last scoring units. And try to place a Tim. If I can get a hit, I can hit the Dreadnought and I can hit both the Grey Knights here. So let's see what happens. So he scattered 5 inches to right there. I get the Dreadnought. That's alright, I guess. We'll see what happens. Strength 10. I got a 13, so that will pin the Dreadnought. And a 1, but it doesn't matter. That's his last hull point. Okay, in my shooting phase as well, these guys got out of their tank in the movement, but they're gonna take some shots here. Larry's in scammer mode with his Storm Raven, so I actually rolled this with 1 Melta gun. Was in range for double dice. I pinned it. He failed his Jinx saves, so here is the result. Oh yeah, we blew it up big time. Gets that thing out of the sky. This is my 5th turn. I've got to start moving and try to take some objectives. I might have started a turn too late. I don't know. We'll see. My command squad got out. I'm not real sure why I did this, honestly, but I got out. I was trying to get in range to take some shots of these Grey Knights over here. They were nowhere in range. But they did give the order for these guys to unpin. So they were able to unpin and got some shots on the Grey Knights here, killing 1 of them. And this sergeant killed himself with the plasma pistol, overheated. A couple of 1s, that's what you get with that. Over here, again, these vets got out and they blew up the Storm Raven. Got rid of that guy. Again, I had a lot of things firing here on these Grey Knights, trying to get rid of Larry's last scoring unit. And he's still got 1 guy left. He made his test. Just on the off chance I might do something, I took some multi-laser shots and caused a wound on the librarian over here. Shot him in the back. And then here I just moved up some, did some run moves, got out, trying to get this objective. I am within 3 inches here, and just scooting this Chimera along in hopes of a 6th turn to try to get some more objectives possibly. Larry's 5th turn, the Grey Knight moved in difficult terrain and then ran on up to get onto the objective. The command squad turned their fire to the Imperial Guard squad that was there and who have now ran here. That was my leadership test. He killed 4 guys and made me fall back. So that is the end of Larry's 5th turn. We're going to roll to see if the game continues to go another turn or not. This is the roll to see if the game continues.
There you go.
Alright, so the game did not continue. At the end of the game, this is what it looks like. First of all, Larry got 7 kill points and I got 4, so Larry got that objective. On the Crusade objectives, Larry controls this one. I control this Crusade objective. So our Crusade objectives are tied. No one has this one or that one. Started moving a turn too late there. Emperor's Will objectives. I have this Emperor's Will objective. This Emperor's Will objective was not controlled, but I control the one, so that gives me the Emperor's Will objectives. Larry got First Blood. Al-Rahim over here also gives me Line Breaker. Neither one of us slayed the Warlord. So at the end of the game, we each have 14 points, leaving this game in a draw. 8 for each primary goal, 4 for the contested primary goal, and we each got 1 secondary goal.